Have you ever stopped to think how many times you act without knowing why? Wake up, grab your phone, check notifications, rush out, coffee, traffic, commitments. And at night, when you lie in bed, your head is still full, but empty. The routine is set, but there's one question that, if you don't ask it, you'll keep repeating the same mistake every day. Do you know why you do what you do? Socrates would say no. And worse, he warned what would happen to those who live like that. Socrates said, "The unexamined life is not worth living." But what does that mean? It means the greatest mistake isn't making a mistake. It's never stopping to understand why you're making it. We enter relationships without knowing what we want, choose careers out of pressure, react on impulse, buy, post, run, all on autopilot. And then comes guilt, anxiety, regret. But that's not bad luck. It's the result of living without awareness. Jeremiah 17:9 already said, "The heart is deceitful above all things." Socrates and the biblical prophets never met, but they reached the same conclusion. You're not as honest with yourself as you think. You say you want peace, but live in chaos. Say you want love, but keep sabotaging yourself. Say you want meaning, but run from silence. Why? Because it's easier to repeat than to reflect. In Crime and Punishment, the protagonist commits murder, believing it was justified. He thought he was above morality. He was an intellectual. But his conscience knew the truth. Little by little, guilt destroys him from within, because he never had the courage to examine his own intentions before acting. And we do the same. Make decisions without thinking, then blame others, the past, the world. Socrates didn't want followers. He wanted each person to become their own judge. No excuses, no masks. Every morning, Socrates would start his dialogues with a question. He didn't teach answers, he taught how to think. And the first question he'd ask you today would be simple and brutal. Do you live what you believe, or just repeat what you were taught? That question might seem abstract, but it's what separates a conscious life from one pushed around by the tide. Socrates was sentenced to death for corrupting the youth, but what he really did was open their eyes. He taught them to question the powerful, the false sages, their own minds. And that makes people uncomfortable, because thinking is hard. It makes you realize that part of your pain comes from yourself, and no one likes to face that. You can keep running, living on autopilot, blaming your routine, or you can stop. Not out of weakness, but out of courage. The courage to look within, to ask, why am I doing this? What am I avoiding? That question is simple, but answering it honestly can change everything. Socrates is dead, but his idea is still alive. And maybe all you need isn't a new plan, a new book, a new coach. Maybe you just need to stop and ask the right question. If this moved you, subscribe to the channel and comment below, "I choose to live with awareness." That way I'll know you made it to the end and that Socrates didn't die in vain.